back into memory lane when the Youngbloods, Mark Youngblood and Jay Youngblood, who passed away just a couple of years while he was wrestling in Australia. The Youngbloods, a tremendous team, Mark and Jay Youngblood, against the tremendous team of the New Zealand Sheepherders, Butch Miller, the Tank, and Crazy Luke Williams. Your comments first on the Youngbloods, on Jay, and second on the Sheepherders.
Well, you know, Jay Youngblood was probably the epitome of professional wrestling in the United States. A young kid that started on a reservation in Arizona and come up through the ranks and became a great wrestler. Along with that, he took his brother Mark to great heights in the NWA as a professional wrestler. Now his brother Mark and Chris are a great tag team in the Caribbean area right now, and they're going up trying against one of the toughest and most unpredictable teams in professional wrestling, the New Zealand Sheepherders, Crazy Luke Williams and Maniac, and I call him a maniac over there, Butch Miller. And you know what I'm saying? This match is so unpredictable, but ladies and gentlemen, remember one thing. This is when Jay Youngblood was in control of his brothers, and this is a fantastic tag team, Jay Youngblood and Mark Youngblood.
Well, when Jay Youngblood died, it was not only a great loss for the wrestling fans, for the wrestling sport, but also to all the youngsters that he helped, because when he was off, he always went to the Boy Scout places and helped them out. Also the Boy Scout in different parts of the country, always contributed, always went to visit the kids at hospitals. He was a great person, and also a great personal friend.
And one thing plus we got to remember here also is, as everybody knows, Jay Youngblood was killed in a wrestling ring. His pancreas was ruptured from a gentleman that come off the top rope and crushed his pancreas, and that's how Jay Youngblood died in Australia in a wrestling ring. I think that Jay probably died the way he felt he lived, in a professional wrestling ring.
Okay, fans, back in memory lane, the Youngbloods, Mark and Jay against Butch Miller and Luke Williams.
This match is out of Guaynabo, Puerto Rico, the Mets Pavilion, Hugo Savinovich. And as you can tell, these Sheepherders are unpredictable. You see that flag post they got? That's a steel flagpole, and it's not beneath them to hit somebody in the head with it.
And it has been welded in the middle to make it even stronger.
That's right, Hugo Savinovich. The Sheepherders have ended many careers in professional wrestling. And I'll tell you something, they're the most unpredictable, craziest tag team you ever want to wrestle against, because you have no counter, because you don't even know what they're going to do. They don't even know what they're going to do. But one thing about them, they're big, they're rough, they're tough, and they are a tag team, a very well-oiled machine tag team.
Okay, referee Ricky Vargas inside the ring. He wants to see some action. The fans want to see some action. The Youngbloods are ready for action.
As you can see, there's fans in the front row waving the Puerto Rican flag. The Sheepherders, as you know, always go to the ring with the New Zealand flag, and before they wrestle, they will salute the New Zealand flag.
I agree with you there, but to me, they also use the flag in their advantage to get a win over their opponents, because as you said, that welded pole there, it's been used in a lot of matches to hurt a lot of opponents, a lot of injuries, broken arms.
That's right, Hugo Savinovich. You know something else? There's always respect for people. You know, not every wrestler comes from the United States. Not every wrestler comes from Puerto Rico. Not every wrestler comes from England. They have their different nationalities and their different traditions. And the Sheepherders they want to be proud of New Zealand. They want to salute their flag, and they want it respected. And you can't take that away from anybody when they're that proud of the country they're born and raised in.
Okay, Butch Miller, Luke Williams are in the ring. Referee wants to see some action.
Well, what he's doing is he's warning them. Either they've got to get done or they got to take the flagpole out of the ring. There, he just rang the bell. Now, the referee is at liberty now to count them and count them out if they don't proceed in this match.
They're doing a lot of stalling here for time. I think the Sheepherders, when they went into the ring, they knew they were in trouble against a team like the Youngbloods, because Jay and Mark were a great combination. They were fast. They were not ready to trade punches with none of the top teams in the world of professional wrestling. And besides, the fact that they were brothers made it even a closer relationship, and they were out there to give it their best.
That's right. You know something was finished. They at one time were the World Tag Team Champions, Jay and Mark Youngblood, which I might add, Chris and Mark Youngblood have also been the World Tag Team Champions. So as you can see, they're from a wrestling family. Their father was a great wrestler.
And he was also a champion. I bet that when the Sheepherders went into this particular match and they saw the way Jay Youngblood had Mark trained so hard that they were afraid to deal with the Youngbloods.
That's right. You know, you take a look and you got a tag team that are brothers. Well, they instinctively know each other's moves. Instinctively know each other's moves. Now they're holding up the Puerto Rican flag for all the fans of Puerto Rico to see right here in Guaynabo at the Mets Pavilion, and they're pretty proud of that, I think. But who'd hold up a Puerto Rican flag?
Well, Bobby, it's not the flag, it's the respect for the way the fans have treated the Youngbloods. Not only the way they have treated Jay and Mark when they were here, but also now, the new Youngbloods. Chris and his brother, the fans love him, but not just here. The fans love him in the United States. They love him in Canada, and they're very successful when they go through the Orient. It's because they really care for their fans. They're a top team.
That's right. You know, I was wrestling down in Johannesburg, South Africa one time. It was a Vinovic, and the Youngbloods made a very, very successful tour through there. And as I say, I've wrestled probably more widespread wrestling than anybody else. Here's the Sheepherders saluting their flag. Very proud of it. Butch Miller, very snappy salute there to the flag.
I do want to clear some doubts with the fans. When Bobby Jaggers wrestled in that part, what he mentioned, it was many, many years ago before all this race and all these things happened. So I want to clear some doubts on the fans. This happened many, many years ago when Ye was still alive, Jay Youngblood.
Well, I'll tell you something right now, though. They had successful tours in a few areas I've been. Not only down there, they've also been in Europe, and they were in Germany when I was in Germany. But I'll tell you something, they're respected all over. They're a good tag team, and as soon as they get the flag out of the ring here, we'll start the wrestling so that people just see and take their choices. My choice right now, odds-on favorite, Sheepherders, because they're so unpredictable.
Well, it was the Sheepherders that started, stalling for time with their flag. Now the Youngbloods showing them that they're not going to make a mistake by attacking them. They want to get them hot. They're saluting the Puerto Rican flag. But I think this is working to the advantage of the Youngbloods because it's the Sheepherders, the ones that are upset.
That's right. The Sheepherders, they come out. Their whole tendency at the first of the match is to upset their opponents and get them where they just haven't got any coordination and teamwork. And what they've done right there is it's backfired on them because the Youngbloods just showed them how much teamwork and how much association they've got. They're not rattled. They're ready to wrestle. And here we go.
Okay, finally, it looks like we're going to see some action here. Okay, the fans are ready.
And it's Mark Youngblood starting for the Youngbloods and Crazy Luke Williams for the Sheepherders. Get back, ladies and gentlemen, because here we go.
And it's going to be, as you call it, Bobby, a barn burner.
That's right. The Sheepherders, they're known to fight. They're not known much for their wrestling moves. You aren't going to see a lot of scientific moves by the Sheepherders. And the Youngbloods, they're great amateur and great scientific wrestlers, but I think they're going to have to fight fire with fire if they want to contend with the Sheepherders.
Sheepherders leave the ring area. Again, they're stalling for time. The fans are 100% behind Jay Youngblood and his brother Mark. And the New Zealand Sheepherders are outside the ring. Here comes Crazy Luke Williams.
As you can see, any kind of crowd noise just shakes up the Sheepherders. They just haven't all got it together upstairs. And as you know, you can take a look at Mark there, and Mark's getting ready to go collar and elbow with Luke Williams. And when he does, the spark's going to fly right here, Ulyssa Vinovic.
Okay,
here we go.
Finally we see some wrestling here. Against the turnbuckle. Butch Miller trying to come in. Mark's got Luke Williams against the turnbuckle.
And now there's going to be a mistake on the part of the Youngbloods. They got that timidity about them. They had Luke Williams in that corner. Now, you don't know when Luke Williams is going to throw a fist at you, so throw a fist first and ask questions later.
Okay, Mark, that gentleman that he is, waits for the clean break, and now the fans here at the Mets Pavilion erupting in applauses here as we see Mark hooking up with Luke Williams against the turnbuckle.
And you notice there, right there, Luke Williams. Like I said, Luke Williams is not going to break clean. He's going to come out there punching and kicking and fighting. He went to block it, deflected the blow low.
What a chop by Mark Youngblood, right on the top of the head.
Yeah, as you notice there, he didn't quite block that blow, but he deflected it, so it went down and hit him in a rib cage and really didn't cause that much anguish on him. And he come right back with a big chop in Luke Williams' head, which sent Luke Sheepherder just reeling backwards.
Okay, the Youngbloods better be looking out for the tank, Butch Miller, or the maniac Butch Miller, as Bobby Jaggers calls him. Oh, there he is.
That's right. You know, right there, he was a rugby player in New Zealand. And you can tell by the footwork on him that he was a heck of a rugby player. I bet you can kick that ball a long ways.
Boy, I bet they kicked him out of the team right away with that kind of behavior.
Oh, no, rugby's a man's sport, baby. They can do that in rugby. They bite, kick, punch. Have you ever seen a rugby game, Rugen?
They could bite in a rugby.
Oh, yeah, you ever see what happens in those scrums?
I've got to do a little bit of research on that, Bobby. You might be lying to me, Bobby.
If I played rugby, I'd have been a hooker. I'd have been in there hooking that ball out. Look at there. See, Butch, that didn't really hurt him. He just got him all messed up where he doesn't know where to go, so he just gets out of the ring so he can talk to some fans.
Well, Jay Youngblood is clearing some doubts for him. Now he knows where he is. He's in trouble with the Youngbloods. Over the rail to the ringside area. The security guard is right on top of the action. As you know, the Sheepherders, one of the top teams in professional wrestling, but so was the team of Mark and Jay Youngblood.
That's right. They tell you right there. See, they got the Sheepherders separated, and as you notice, Jay Youngblood standing right there by that railing. I think Luke Williams is over there just sitting on the apron looking at Butch Miller saying, come on, Butch, get over here and make a tag.
But you know why? Because Jay is out there waiting. He was afraid to come in. Now he does as the Youngbloods hit the ring again.
That's right, but one thing about the Youngbloods, they don't want to get caught out there outside that ring with two of them against one, because that's when you definitely get hurt, and that's when you get double teamed, and that's when the Sheepherders take their biggest advantage.
They are so good in double teaming, and sometimes even with the aid of their manager, they triple team on their opponents. The New Zealand Sheepherders here in battle, going back in memory lane, here in the Superstars of Capital Sports Promotions, ENG Productions Volume 2, when Jay Youngblood was still alive and was teaming up with his brother, Mark, in a tremendous battle with the New Zealand Sheepherders, who are currently touring the United States, very successful.
That's right. You notice there, Jay Youngblood. Luke Williams got a side headlock on Jay Youngblood.
Good takedown.
Took him over in a headlock takeover right there.
One of the few times I've seen him use some wrestling holds.
You notice that Jay Youngblood having the presence of mind, knowing that he's on his back. It's a pinning combination, turned right over on his stomach. Great move. He's got to try to get up out of that. There's Butch Miller. He seemed enthused with the fans more than he is in the wrestling action.
He's not old there, Bobby. He's not old there.
They're a few beers short of a six-pack, I'll admit that.
Okay, good side headlock by Luke Williams. Good shoulder tackle. Down goes Jay Youngblood. He drops down. Here comes Luke Williams. He leaps over him. Good move. What a drop kick. Whoa.
And there's a chop right there. And a beautiful arm down takedown by the Youngblood brothers.
Did you see the way that Jay secured the arm?
That's right.
As he was going to take him down. Now, the young guys coming into professional wrestling, they want to be fancy, but it's not the fancy moves that get you the win.
No, it's the old standard moves. You get on that body part, keep on that body part. Whatever you do, go back that body part. And there, as you can see, Mark Youngblood, the younger of the Youngblood brothers, has learned that lesson too. He went right back to that arm, and he got the Sheepherders definitely reeling right now.
Shoulder first into the top. Turnbuckle, here goes for the cover. But from the outside, Butch Miller reaches in.
That's one thing about tag team wrestling, Hugo Savinovich. You definitely have to worry about that man on the outside. You get covered too close to that rope, so you know somebody's going to come in here and pull you off. And there's that Mark Youngblood right back, that left arm of Luke Williams. And it looks like Luke Williams is taking his toll right now. He's starting to get down. Now there's a nice tag. Keep the fresh man in the ring and keep that arm numb. Get it numb and just keep working on it.
From the second rope, double tomahawk chop. And boy, did he get Butch Miller off guard.
That's right. Now he has a chance to pin without the man pulling him off. He didn't secure that leg. That's the reason that Jay Youngblood did not get the pin.
First time I saw Jay Youngblood wrestle was in New Mexico, and he shocked me. He was so fast. He had so much ring psychology. He knew how to wear down his opponent. Fast wrestler. And at that time, I really used to see his father in a lot of his matches.
That's right.
He would go back into the dressing room and just coach him through the mistakes he made. Whenever he saw that he probably gave to himself a little bit wide open when he came into his opponent. And I think that's the secret of the Youngbloods. The father coached them throughout their early years, and then he just told them, you're on your own.
That's right. The father was Jay's tag team partner for many, many years until Jay went out on his own. And then when Jay went out on his own, he teamed with Ricky Steamboat, as everybody knows, in Charlotte, North Carolina. And then now he's back teamed with his brother Mark. And It's just a great tag team family. And then the brother Chris came along the scene after Jay so unfortunately died, and they've kept the tradition alive, and alive very well, I might add. And like I say, there's that Jay Youngblood's experience, right back to that left arm, continually pounding on that left arm and tagging the fresh man in all the time.
You know that the Indians believe in the spiritual power and the spiritual will, and talking to Chris and to Mark in one of the interviews we did for our wrestling programs here in Puerto Rico and South America, they said that even though Jay is gone, you know, he's dead, he died, that the spirit of Jay Youngblood still guides him throughout the matches on tough times. Okay, double teamwork here by the Sheepherders. They are known for those tactics.
That's right. That's one thing you got to remember, Ulisovich. Those Sheepherders are unpredictable. They'll come in the ring at any time, and they'll open up with all cannons going. It's like right now as Butch Miller's doing, just punching, kicking, gouging, and he's trying to hurt you, brother. He's trying to get you down for a 3 count.
Wow.
What an elbow, huh?
He got him coming in. He hooks the leg, goes for the pin. Not enough for the cover.
That's right. Now, Butch Miller, he's arguing that referee. He shouldn't be arguing that referee. He should be right back on him. There's a big, tremendous boot in the solar plexus.
That tank.
Another boot in the back of the head.
Look at him. He's like a tank coming in there, hurting his opponent. He loves to do some damage on his opponents.
There's Luke Williams putting that elbow up on a turnbuckle. Butch Miller running his head in there. And you notice, I think Butch Miller used to be in a marching band. See how he marched around that ring? Front face lock.
Okay, so he was in a rugby team. And now you said that he was in a marching band.
Well, the way he marches around the ring, I think so, don't you? Tremendous right hand by Luke Williams, knocked Mark Youngblood right out of the ring, and he goes right out after him. But there's his brother, ever-present brother, right there. Now he's fighting the brother on the outside.
Well, good move by Jay, protecting his brother. But where is Butch Miller?
Butch Miller just hit him with a chair, ladies and gentlemen. Just hit Mark Youngblood with a chair.
What a hit.
See, that's what the Sheepherders are good at doing. They're good at distracting people and then attacking that unmanned man over there. And like you said, right there, Ulisovich, Butch Miller got a chair, and boy, he just let him have it right over the top of the head.
Okay, referee on top of the ring. Things are not looking too well for the Youngbloods, but they knew they were going to be in a tough battle with the Sheepherders.
Now, you notice Butch Miller over here hanging around the railing over here. I wonder what he's looking for.
He's probably looking for...
Well, there's another chair right there on the right of him, as you see.
Jay to move out of that area so he could take advantage of Mark on the outside. Meanwhile, the Sheepherders continue to do battle.
There's that chair again. Butch Miller hit him again, right on the back of the head. That'll put the lights out in
now
Georgia.
Jay can't stand this anymore.
Oh, right on the head.
Home run, baby.
Oh, and he hit him again on top of that railing. Now he's going after Luke Williams with the chair.
Okay, referee having a tough time controlling this match. Okay, chair is removed from the ring. Meanwhile, Jay gets thrown out the hard way. Now it's Mark in trouble, and also Jay, and here comes the Sheepherders.
That's right, here's Butch Miller with a thrust to the throat of Mark Youngblood. That's right there. There's the manager hitting him in the back of the head with a flagpole. Now you see Ricky Vargas has definitely lost his temper. He's out there telling the manager if it doesn't quit.
Disqualify the Sheepherders.
I think he should disqualify the Youngbloods for attacking the Sheepherders myself.
Well, that's your opinion, and let's see what the official in this match does.
Well, I don't know, but I'll tell you something right now. This match has completely been out of control for the last 4 or 5 minutes. And it's just been absolute mayhem. The referee can't control it. I think you got to get 2 or 3 referees.
Okay, the action continues, and we see here as Mark Youngblood continues to be punished by the Sheepherders. Butch Miller distracting Jay Youngblood from the inside of the ring. Luke Williams doing some heavy punching.
Now Jay Youngblood's got a chair chasing Butch Miller around the ring there. You see that?
Okay, Mark Youngblood doing the Indian war dance.
They're on the warpath, Hugo. They're on the warpath. He's in the ring.
Okay, here we go. Wow, tomahawk chop. He moves around the ring, connects well. Another one. Whoa. Mark Youngblood circles around. The Sheepherder, he connects also on Butch Miller. The fans love it. Here's the tag, and here comes Jay.
And Jay's coming in, taking over right where Mark left off, and he's pounding on the Sheepherders. He's definitely here. He gets ready to throw a big
Got
right
the war
hand.
dance going. He's got him. 1. 2 seconds.
Got to wrap that leg up, Hugo, as we said so far along the show. And here we go, big chop right off the ropes right there.
Okay, here comes Butch Miller to the rescue, but
all
now,
4 in the ring right now.
okay, now referee is completely confused. 4 men in the ring. Now this is a war going on. Okay, here goes Mark outside the ring with Butch Miller. Inside is Luke Williams, and Mark's got him. Now the referee is not counting here. And look out, here comes Butch Miller. Referee outside.
Well, the man was pinned right there. As you saw, Hugo Savinovich, the man was pinned. Luke Williams was pinned. Beautiful drop kick over the top rope to the floor.
And now the Youngbloods are back in control. Okay, Jay.
A double stretch on Luke Williams in the middle of the ring. Where's the referee?
Meanwhile, Mark's got Butch Miller in trouble. Seems like the referee was not.
Now what's he gonna do? Hit the manager? Oh, look at Butch Miller going up the top rope behind the referee's back and behind Jay Youngblood's back on the top rope.
Whoa!
Tremendous blow to the back of the head.
Of the neck. It's lights out for Jay Youngblood, who had Luke Williams ready for submission. Referee's counting. 3 seconds.
It's over. 1, 2, 3, Hugo.
Well, the Sheepherders did not deserve the victory, but it seems like they have pulled out a very controversial win here over the Youngbloods.
Well, Hugo, let's go back and take a look at that tremendous elbow by Butch Miller off the top rope on the back of Jay Youngblood's back. As he was turning, it had Luke Williams in a downward stretch.
Okay, fans, we're back here as the Youngbloods are upset, and we cannot blame them. And they are taking revenge here on the Sheepherders. What a very tough outing for the Youngbloods.
They've got the flag, Hugo. They've got the New Zealand flag. Look at that. They just got the New Zealand flag by the use of a chair.
Well, it was a great experience to see this match of the man that was a great wrestler, a great human being, Jay Youngblood, and his brother Mark.
That's right. You know, Hugo Savinovich, right there, the Sheepherders go back trying to get their flag. They got that flagpole all right across the back of the neck.
But here comes
Mark Youngblood.
Mark comes to help his brother. Jay and Mark always helping each other.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Jay and Mark Youngblood from down history lane. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back to talk about the main event.